Good morning, guys. Here is a lesson from ULS. This is the math lesson. It's finding the mean and median. So what a mean is the average. And what the median is the number directly in the middle of a list of numbers like this. And I'll show you how to do it right quick. Okay, so here we see checks deposited at banks in a day. And this is going off Mark Makes a Budget, the story that we've read from today. So here's a list of banks. This is how many checks they've deposited. So like the Living Bank has deposited 623 checks, Money Solutions Bank, 570 checks, Community Outreach Bank, 299 checks, Bank Unified, 137 checks, and SunTree Bank, 381 checks. Okay, so it says mean is the average of the chart. Find the mean. Okay, so we're going to be finding the average of all of these, the number of checks deposited by all of these banks. So we're going to use a calculator and add all the numbers on the chart. Just see if they've done for us. So they've added 623 plus 570 plus 299 plus 137 plus 381 equals 2010 checks. Okay, so there were 5 items on the chart. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're going to divide 2010 by 5. Okay, here they did that for you. 2010 divided by 5. And on a calculator, we'll just put 2010. This is the division symbol. Divided by 5 equals 402. Okay, so let's check, make sure that our calculations are correct. And it is 402. And it says we need to round to the closest number. Well, it's already the closest number, so we got exactly 402. So 402 is the mean. The average number of checks deposited at a bank is 402 in a day. So we can see Living Bank has the most at 623 checks deposited in a day, and Bank Unified has the least amount of checks, 137 checks. But the average of all of these checks from all of these banks is 402 checks deposited in a day. So that's how you find the mean. Just take all of these numbers right here, add them all up, get your total, and then divide by however many numbers there are. And in this case, we counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're just going to divide by the number of amounts that there are. In this case, there were 5. Okay, so now we're going to find the median. The median is just, basically, it's just the middle number in a set of numbers. Right here, it says median is the number that is in the middle of the data set. Find the median. So first, what we have to do is write the numbers in order from smallest to largest. Okay, so 137, these are still the check amounts deposited from the previous page. So 137 is the least. Now the second biggest number is 299. And then after that, biggest number, 381. And then 570. And then 623. And see the first number of each of these larger numbers. 1, 2, 3. There are no 4s, but next comes 5, 6. So this is from least, the least amount of checks deposited, all the way to the most. To find the number in the middle, start at 137 and cross it off. Then cross off the 623, go back and forth until there is one number left. So we have 5 numbers here. So we would cross off that 137 at the beginning and then 623 at the end, because we know that these two numbers are not in the middle. 137 is at the beginning, 623 is at the end. So next we'll come to 299 and 570. See how they crossed it off? Now these two numbers are in the middle, but it's not the very center of the number set. So we're just going to cross 289, and then we're going to come here, 570 near the end. Okay. And you see 381, how he's kind of odd man out. Circle the number that is left. 381 is the median. So this is the median number, 381, because it is in the very center. And then this exercise gives you the opportunity to put these checks in order, starting at the least and then going to the most. So credit services, 313 checks. Popular Bank, 573 checks. Bank of the Seas, 612 checks. Bank CHY, 186 checks. Everest Banking Service, 720 checks. Okay, so this is a new list of banks, and this is their amounts of checks deposited in one day. So let's see, let's find the bank with the least amount of checks deposited in a day. See, I'm gonna look at the very first number of each of these larger numbers. Okay, so we have 3, 5, 6, 1, and 7. Okay. 1 comes right after 0. So this is the least amount of checks. Hold on, you got to get it centered just right. Okay, let's see. Okay, now we're looking for the second least. Okay, so what do we have left? 3, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, well, there is no 2. We already have 1. There are no large amounts starting with 200 anything, but there is one with 3. Okay, so 1, skip 2, 3. So this is the second least amount. Okay, now we're left with, so we have 1 and 3, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, they made it kind of easy for us. There are no 400s, so we're just going to go, because we have 1, there are no 2s, there's a 3, there are no 4s, so we're going to skip to 5 because 5 is less than 6 and 7. Again, you got to get them directly centered on this one. Okay, 6 is less than 7, so this would be number 4. And then 700, that's the most amount of deposited checks. So we'll put that one as last because 186, that's the least amount of checks. 720, that is the most amount of checks. And this exercise is piggybacking off of this one that you just completed. So you're going to do exactly the same thing that we did on the very first exercise. You're just going to take, you can write down, you just take a piece of paper, sticky note, anything, and write down the amounts. Oh, wait.
Keep working.
Keep working. And then write down the amounts from here. So you could just put 313, 573, 612, 186, 720. And you notice there's 5 amounts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're going to divide by 5 again and just put those amounts right there. You don't have to have these in order because you're not finding the median. So you would just add all of those numbers up. There's your total. And then you will divide the total by 5. The mean will be whatever this total is by 5. That's going to be your mean or your average. Now finding the median, you're going to put all of these numbers in order. And again, this would probably be easier if you just wrote these down first. Put them in order from smallest all the way to the largest. And then you're going to cross off the least amount and the largest amount. And then you're going to go to the next one, cross it off, and then the next largest, cross it off. This one right here is going to be your median because it is in the center of this whole set of numbers. And then you're just going to add your median right there. Okay, well, that's all for the math lesson, finding the mean and median. And I hope to see you guys today at noon. Have an awesome day.